Hello, I am doing a response to a thread that Darcy at Six Strings Nine Lives started. I'm just starting to do this getting involved with threads. This is the second time I've done it, second time in 2 nights. So the question that was put upon us is what 10 albums would you choose if you were on a deserted island or if there was an atomic bomb that went off and you're one of the few survivors? Which albums would you want with you? So I'm going to assume I'm going to put myself in this scenario of being on a deserted island. What albums would I want with me? Now, I'm not sure, since I'm on an island, I'm not sure what I play the albums on. Maybe I can devise a turntable like on the Flintstones where a bird's beak goes down and hits the album. But let's just assume you have the speakers, the turntable, and whatnot. What I would want with me, the rules were you can only have 3 live albums. No greatest hits are allowed, no box sets, nothing like that. No mixed CDs, no mixed tapes or anything like that. So, I tried to make a Swiss Army knife version of music here. Something for every occasion. Because who knows what mood I'll be in day to day. So, for example, let's say you wake up, you feel good, and am I getting blurry here? You wake up, you feel good, and you feel like dancing a little bit. I mean, banging your head is fine, but let's say you feel like dancing. So, I'm bringing this. Stop Making Sense, the live soundtrack album by the Talking Heads. If you can't dance to this, then you can't dance. And I don't think I'd bring the vinyl because the vinyl only has 9 songs. I would bring the CD because it's the full show and has all the music on it. It has 16 songs. So this would be the CD I bring, the one and only CD, Stop Making Sense by the Talking Heads. And then, what if I want something that's more contemporary, or maybe I feel like really banging my head, maybe something death metal. This is both in one album. It is a 2015 album by Horrendous called Anaretta. It's contemporary, it's death metal, but it's one of my favorite death metal albums ever. I love this. And I would have that when I'm in that mood. Maybe more like an angry mood. My 3 live albums. Let's get that out of the way. This is nothing new. I've seen other people pick this too. There you go. You know what? You get the most Maiden for your buck on this one. All the other Maiden albums from the 80s are like 43 minutes long. This is a double album. It's got everything you want to hear up to the Power Slave album. So I think that's the best way to go. That's why everyone's probably picking this one. Then, my other live album. I did not know in 1987 that I loved Elton John until I saw this performance on HBO. I loved the performance so much that we didn't even have HBO. I would watch it with the squiggly lines. Because we weren't paying for HBO, you could hear it, you could barely see it, but it sounded good. And I would just watch it every time it was on and crank it on the bad TV speaker we had. Then I finally bought it on CD and loved it. This is, I bought this version here, live in Australia, Elton John, less than a year ago. It was still sealed. So it was in mint condition when I bought it. So this is coming with me. This is like the chill. This is chill time music. And my 3rd live album, I didn't know what album to take by this band. I figured I'd go the live way. Because again, more bang for your buck. Double album. Bursting Out. Jethro Tull live. It's got everything I want from all the other albums. And this live performance, there's a bit of a crunch to the music. A little bit more rockin'. So there's my 3 live albums. So how many more do I gotta go? 4, 5. Let's save this one. This one's going because there's no way I'm going anywhere without Heaven and Hell by Black Sabbath. There's just no way. You put the needle down, you let it play. There's no skipping on this. This was one of the first metal albums I ever liked as a kid, and I still like it today as much as I did when I was 13. So this is going. I'm surprised, well, maybe I didn't see everybody's video, but I haven't seen this one pop up yet. I did see some Sabbath, but not Heaven and Hell. And you don't have to worry about bringing a Dio and a Sabbath, because you got Sabbath and Dio all in one album. And I'm not going anywhere without Pat Benatar. And I was thinking, should I bring Get Nervous? Should I bring Crimes of Passion? In the Heat of the Night? I have a box set that's a live 4 albums that they played on the radio. It has commercials in it and everything. But that wasn't really a legit release, so I'm not going to count that. So this is coming with me because it has Promises in the Dark on it. And that is one of my top 2 favorite songs of all time. And I would be foolish to be on some island somewhere for the rest of my life without Pat Benatar or Promises in the Dark. So that's going. Now you got your headbanging stuff. You got your childhood memories. You got dancing music. Now you need some prog. Well, I need some prog. I don't know about you guys. Because when you listen to prog albums, every time you hear the album, you kind of hear something for the first time that you never noticed before. So in a way, every time you listen to a prog album, it's a little like hearing it for the first time. So wouldn't it be nice to have a couple albums, when you only have 10, that every time you put it on, it's like hearing it for the first time. It's like getting a new album every day. So I'm taking Brain Salad Surgery with me by Emerson, Lake and Palmer for when I want something a little crazy, a little proggy. And, I sit here and I call this Laszlo's Barcade. I play Asteroids and Joust and Millipede, and I chill, when my wife is working, by myself sometimes. And I'll drink about more than 4 beers. A lot more. And I'll just listen to music, go album after album after album, and it always ends, I don't mean it to end this way, but it always ends with this album, Still Life by Opeth. I wake up and it's the album that's by the turntable the next morning, every time. So, I don't know what they're going to have on this island. I don't know if I can make some homemade beer. I don't know if there's going to be marijuana growing there. But if I'm ever having a day where I'm whatever and I need to end on a note, this better be there. Or I won't, or I may not go to bed ever. This means bedtime. So this is coming. And I assume if I'm going to be on an island or whatever, I'm not going to see any movies. And by golly, I love me some movies. So I'm going to bring a score with me. I'm going to bring the Star Wars score. That way I can play it, and I can imagine the movie in my head at least. I may not see the movie, but the film will run in my mind as the score plays. So this is coming with me. It's not something I'll listen to all the time. It's number 10. It'll sit there. This will be movie night. When you just want to chill and have movie night. This is what we'll be playing. So there you go. There's my 10 albums. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope most of you get to see this video. All right, later.